man. I really hope you boys and girls are not there sampling. It's your boy G Smooth. Give you our urban news you can use so you don't get confused. That moist shot down the tube. Live from the DF Dub in the Lone Star, cause I'm fly like a beetle bug in my own car. Hey, what's going down? They see you popping.
What's popping off? What's popping off?
Shit, nothing much, man. Look like we having us another weird ass week.
A weird ass to go along with a weird ass 2020, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
Seem
yes,
like
sir.
They're not gonna stop with all this bullshit that's going on. They just intensifying it.
I mean, racism is a disease, man, that's passed down, man, and until people stop passing it down, it ain't gonna work. But shit, man, as long as it's money to be made off racism, and as long as one man can say he's better than the other, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They claim we not in a capitalistic society, but shit, I beg to differ.
Man, they gonna always argue the fact. That's the thing about white supremacy and the shit that goes on with it, man. They want to do it, but they don't want to admit to what it is. Which actually, in my thing, that's the only problem with it. You want to be a white supremacist, but you really don't want to hold that shit. Hold that shit. Just say, you know what, man? I was raised like this. I hate niggas. I think we should be better than niggas in every single way. And they shouldn't be able to have the same benefits we have. And that's how I feel because that's how I was raised. I can respect that.
And then at the end of the day, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
We can't walk around with an AR-15 and not get questioned.
Exactly. And come on, bro. Even if we legally doing it, we can't do it.
Even if we legally doing it, we can't do it.
We can't do it. And that's the whole thing. So you got to really ask yourself, as a white person that may not be racist, but still benefit off white supremacy, you got to decide whether or not you want the shit to keep going or if you want it to stop. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what that is. But at the same time, though, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you jump into these subjects, but at the same time, when you up, why would you make things an equal playing field for everyone else when you up? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They ain't gonna do that, man.
It's just like the big race. They gotta have their head start. Why would you start with everybody else on the same line when you got a head start?
Why would you, bro? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But they won't, and the problem is, it's not that you won't do the right thing. It's just that you try to justify trying to do what you're doing and saying that it's right. Just say it's wrong and fuck you. Come take it from us.
Well, they can't.
That's what they scared to say.
Well, not even that. They have a system that they operate in, and they still got to answer to certain people. So they'll just play their role, play their innocent role, just call the cops on you, and the cops come over there with their badges and shoot you 7 times in your motherfucking back.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? And get right away with administrative leave. Go take a beach vacation.
Bingo, bro. You hit it.
But 3 topics today. Jacob Blake, young man that got shot 7 times in his back in front of his kids. To my knowledge, he was breaking up a fight. And the cops got called out, and he was barbecuing at the time. And they came there to check on the domestic violence that was going on over there. Yeah. And for some way, somehow, he got into the situation. And they started wrestling and tumbling with him on the other side of the camera. You couldn't see it. Because when he got up, his shirt looked like it had been pulled on and shit. And I guess he tried to get away from the cops, and they grabbed a man by his shirt and shot him 7 times in his back like it wasn't nothing. I mean, like this goddamn was a video game the way he did that shit.
Or like he was a white supremacist mass murderer is how they shot him in the back.
I mean, he did it like he'd been
bad.
He did it like he'd been doing it.
My bad. They don't kill white supremacists and shoot them in the back. They treat them to water and burgers and stuff like that. My bad. Wrong. Yeah. Bad example.
And you know what? He shot him 7 times thinking that he was going to die, but by the grace of Yahweh, the man alive.
Oh man, and I'm gonna let you continue with the next subject, but that's what's really gonna make this interesting, because now it's gonna be two sides to the story. The objective is when you bust that many caps on it, you're supposed to die, so it's only one side. That's how they get away with a lot of that shit, or that's how they make it easier to justify what they did.
Kill the man, and he ain't got shit to
Kill
say.
the man, he ain't got shit to say. Yeah. So now that is gonna make it interesting. And I mean, I got some quarrels with some of the things that he did. You know what I'm saying? Because safety wise, like if I got my kids in the car, bro, and the police officer say, "Hey, say stop," nigga, I'm stopping.
Oh yeah.
I mean because I know
what these hoes
I'm
gonna
behind enemy lines, bro. When you behind enemy lines, you got to be more strategic. And I'm not saying that means cower down, but what I'm saying is
live to fight another day.
Man, live to fight another day on that one, because I'm stopping. I'm dropping and rolling. If you tell me to get down on the ground, even if you wrong.
Ain't enough money you can pay me to replace the 7 bullets you put in my motherfucking back.
Oh, no. Exactly.
I can't walk now. I can barely fucking breathe. My kidneys all fucked up. I got a shit bag on both sides of my motherfucking body.
Exactly, bro.
Ain't shit you can do to
that money, it will at first. But shit, he paralyzed.
The long run, yeah, it's gonna kick in.
It ain't worth it, bro.
But that's how these hoes operate. What chances, what options do a nigga have?
You got none.
You know, surrender to the motherfucker that's racist.
Right.
But see, that's the first topic. The second topic is Kyle Rittenhouse, who kills 2. Yeah. He shot 3 and walked right past the cops as if it's all good, even though he's 17 years old and he was illegal to carry a firearm. And the police gave that motherfucker a bottle of water, you know, and told him, you know, he's doing a good job. And when he shot the motherfuckers laying in the street looking scary as hell, got the AR in his hand, got up and started walking, put his hands up a little bit. The cops drove past him and asked him, the people that got shot is down the street? And he was like, yeah. And they drove right past him, and he the one that shot him.
That's crazy, man.
Kyle Rittenhouse. That's
crazy. Okay. It's going to be interesting to see how they play that now, too. I'm trying to see how they're going to get him off of it. Well, you know, they're going to get him off of it. Or they're going to, well, I ain't going to say they're going to get him all the way out, but, you know, it's going to be, he's not an adult, but, I mean, he's 17. In Texas, that's an adult. I don't know what the deal is in Wisconsin.
Technically, he's a minor, so they're going to put his ass in juvenile.
Yeah, we're going to see what they do, man. Well, I mean, I thought it depended on the severity of the crime. Because when you're black,
in the head.
Man, when you black, they charge you. And that's the crazy part about it. That I'm gonna break some shit down on that later. But go ahead and go to the next subtopic. What's the last topic? Solutions, huh?
Yeah, the third topic is the solution, which will be voting locally, defunding the police departments, and one thing I kind of jumped in there was starting black banks, because we fund a lot of this bullshit out here, man. We fund a lot of they bullets they put in our backs. And
that's true.
We fund the vehicles they drive all crazy. We fund every motherfucking thing they do. And if we can start playing with the money correctly, you know, strategically, you know, that'll be a way of defunding them. You know, if we don't go all the way through them as we do for housing, vehicles, personal loans, you know, repairs, insurance. You know, if you open up your own bank, you got to have your own insurance to roll with it, from medical to housing to vehicle to life, you know, shit like that. You got to have all the insurance. Even if if the bank is operating nationwide, then you got to have hurricane insurance for the coastal areas and all the kinds of good shit. And there needs to be some kind of a rollover when it comes to insurance, because none of these companies roll over a motherfucking thing. You just keep paying. And when it's time to pull your deductible, you got to pay some upfront money or whatever the fuck case may be.
There's some fees involved. Some
fuckery.
It's a game, man.
Yeah.
It's a game, man. The game is to keep us all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Jacob Blake, bro, shot 7 times, man. Shot 7 times.
So
Where was that at?
my thought process on it is, man, I just don't know. I just don't know, bro. I mean, there's nothing really to justify that shit, man. And they can't say he was reaching for nothing because they would have said that by now. I ain't heard nothing that said he had a gun he was reaching for or there was a knife, or correct me if I'm wrong, but I hadn't read anything that said he was reaching for anything. Now, true enough, he did disobey the law, and I disagree wholeheartedly with the fact that when they tell you don't go to your car or don't do something, don't move, bro. So I don't know why he did, why he felt the need to do that. And then I'd like to know behind the scenes, because you brought this up, man. When you talked about this in another podcast, and that's the first thing that ran across my mind, bro. You brought this up, and you said, all right, he broke up a fight. Did they have anything? Was it women fighting?
I believe so, is what I've heard at first.
Was it like his baby mama or something, or?
I don't know. To my knowledge, but, you know, they said he was barbecuing for one, so that's what kind of threw me off, but it probably been some neighbors. Probably with some neighbors.
I mean, man.
You don't jump in nobody's shit, man. You just sit back and chill. You don't know what the fuck they are.
Man, if a nigga ain't beating your head in, and first of all, if you know a nigga beating your head in, y'all get away from niggas that whoop your ass, man. That's first thing. And then second thing, man, we got to make it a universal law that we keep the laws just best we can out of our situations. I know they've never been in my domestic situations before in the past when I was young, man, and I was fortunate enough to make it out of them situations, man, but we gotta try to. If brothers and sisters feel like they gotta hit me, go both ways because these women's a nut too.
Oh
so
yeah,
brothers and sisters feel like they gotta hit on each other. They gotta either come to amends or find a way to move around. Because what ends up happening is once you get the law involved, you know,
somebody gets
and
shot.
Could be that man. Somebody get shot, bro. I mean, that just. If it ain't serious, now if you got a psychopath and you know your nigga crazy and you don't push the button, yeah, of course, but you stay away from motherfuckers like that. I mean, because the more
at the end of the day, AC, that's understandable because we have to know how to survive as Black, you know, Americans. You know, we have to know how to survive.
But it's still wrong.
At the same time, it's wrong as a motherfucker because you see white boys chasing the cops with knives and shit, and the cops run.
Man, it be crazy, man.
They run from him, and they got a knife. This motherfucker got a gun. He won't dare shoot the white boy. A nigga was trying to walk away from him and get 7 in his back.
Man, that's some amazing shit. I mean, and there's no real justification for it, man. You just gotta call a spade, man. Just tell the truth. You niggas, y'all don't have no rights, and that's it. I mean, but let that be known, man. Stop trying to go over and disguise it.
No, it's known. That's why we see this shit out every week. It's known.
Right.
It's just that we don't want to grasp that shit in our brain like it's like that. We want to be.
Well, no, we don't grasp it, but they don't want to admit it, man. And that's my whole thing, bro. And that's the whole reason why, like, people be like, oh, you don't support Biden. You must like Trump. No. I don't like Trump. Oh, you don't like Trump. You must like Biden. No, that's not the case.
No,
at the end of the day, I see, like we always say, two sides of two wings of the same bird, man. At the end of the day, they don't give a damn about us. So we got to be strategic in it, like you said, and like you talked about earlier when we talked about resolutions and things like that. We got to become financially powerful so we can actually make a change. Because the only thing they understand, two things. They do understand war and death, no doubt about that. But they also understand power and money. You got money and power, because that's why, if you look, man, I'm telling you, bro, even the neighborhood I stay in right now, man, it boggles my mind, and I ain't even figured it out yet. I'm out here, I'm looking at these houses and stuff that's around me and all this stuff, and I'm seeing all of these Indians. They black as us, black, some of them. And I'm saying to myself, now, how does this motherfucker come over here and just jump right into this shit? And then I go do my research and I realize what's accessible to them, things of that nature. And I say to myself, well, goddamn. And then I think about how they do. A lot of them still own all the shit in the hood, all the motherfucking corner stores and shit that they keep trashy as a motherfucker. They be trashy as shit. And they making all the paper, man. And I'm saying to myself, well, how they got to look up to the government giving them loans? See, it's because whatever country that they're coming from, they have some kind of deal with the government to put these people in these positions.
Oh yeah, they
But
get certain grants and all kinds of shit when they come to
bingo,
America.
bingo.
And you
And
talking
so
about
they be the whole time these motherfuckers come over here and you like, damn, and they tell us, yeah, my friend, wherever they from, oh yeah, we pull ourselves up in the bootstrap, but then you find out they getting all the extra shit that whereas our credit score determine what kind of business loan we get, but with them it's a totally different ball game, man.
It's
and
their
it's just
passport.
crazy, bro.
They passport automatically give it to them.
Man, it's cold blooded. But the whole time everybody telling us that we complaining and whining, but nah, that ain't the case, man. Y'all, everybody else is getting the freebies, we getting fucked, and when we say something about it, y'all just don't want us to say nothing.
That's it.
That's all it is, bro.
That's it. They don't want to hear it, and we telling it like it is, but in their eyes it's complaining. But anything we say outside of they, script is complaining.
Bingo.
They had Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker was on the stage talking for Donald Trump. Talking about he's a good friend. He's not. Oh man, he was tap dancing and buck dancing, and boy, he had that shit popping there.
Yeah, man. It hurt my heart too. It's funny too because my dad came up in the Herschel Walker area, and I ain't got to talk to him, but I got to show my pop because I told you that conversation where me and my pop kind of had a awakening when he kind of realized what we talking about right now and how this shit ain't gonna stop until it's basically all out war. But boy, I would love to see my pop's reaction to see Herschel Walker, which is one of his people he idolized. You know what I'm saying? Because they came at the same time. And I would love to see what my pop's reaction.
Well, I used to like Herschel Walker.
And I think what black people get twisted is, and it's a lot of people that I get game from that are Trump supporters, that talk about black accountability. All those things are, no doubt, bro, those things are important, bro. And it is true. You do have to have a positive mindset. And it is true that you can't worry about racism. It is true that racism is not going to stop you from doing everything. It's true to a certain degree, but look what you forfeit. Look at you, bro. Yeah. You done play NFL football. You done did this. You done did that. There's no reason for you to be up here buck dancing for these folks.
Boy, you already
why
retired.
Are you doing it?
You already retired.
But it just goes to show that though, to remain productive in the system, you have to what's the word they used to say on Star Trek? Assimilate is what the motherfuckers used to say. Assimilate the Borg. The Borg with Captain Picard in there, you got to assimilate to the situation. So they got you like this. You can be black, you can be successful to a certain degree, but the minute you start trying to talk the shit we talking and the shit that other people are starting to talking now on a main scale screen, on a main stage.
Or you playing with our money. Or you playing with our money like with Michael Jackson.
Play with our money, man.
And Bill Cosby.
Shit,
they was trying to buy networks.
Thing, bro.
Come on, you trying to buy some shit like that, now you playing with their money.
Come on, bro. And then even just money, whatever it is, bro, I don't care what nobody say, man. Whatever it is about the American black, and I'm being specific because, you know what I'm saying, some of the shit that's going on, a lot of people don't know, man. The American black is the black person that everybody follows. So we have a significant amount of power just through some bullshit like entertainment and sports. We carry a load, bro. And it's something different about us from everybody else, bro. It has to be. Because there's no way, it's probably even something that we don't know about ourselves, because there's no way in the world that motherfuckers just keep on strategically trying to make sure that we don't come into power.
So far,
we got to remain.
Go ahead. What makes us different is the 400 years of free slavery.
Oh, man. And then the crazy part
years of no fucking justice.
And the crazy part, bro, nigga, in our hearts, deep within our hearts, and not now a radical activist, nobody, bro. Even if you take it back to Nat Turner, nigga don't really just want revenge. Nigga want it equal. So the way Nat Turner was looking at it was, You slaughtering us, I'm gonna slaughter you. That's equal. That's not even.
Yeah.
I mean, you can call it vengeance, but really, is it vengeance? You
No.
raping us, you killing us, and see, they never go deep into how satanic and sadistic the type of shit that they used to do when they had us in bondage. Dog, they was raping kids, babies. They
Well,
had
see, Planet,
gangs and stuff. They
Planet
used.
Parenthood was out back then.
Oh,
It was just
come
ran a
on,
different way.
bro. Man, it ain't even just Planned Parenthood. Hell, they was literally breeding us and fucking us over. They was raping us, and they wasn't just raping the young girls and the women and the babies. They was raping the men too. You know what I'm saying? This is so much shit that they don't never really go deep into, man. That a lot of white America probably doesn't want to hear about, man. But it's just disgusting. And then for you to sit there and act as if shit ain't supposed to upset a motherfucker, or a motherfucker ain't supposed to want they just dudes. It's just, it's sickening, man. It's actually sickening.
Yeah, man. Turn your TV down, Elo. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. It's kind of sickening that it happens so much, and it's very sickening when the system backs it up. You know, administrative leave. There shouldn't be no such thing as administrative leave. You know, like people saying defund the police departments. I feel like we should change the fucking laws that the police departments have, because they don't have no type of consequences. They have special jails they lock them up when they fuck up. Why do they get to go in the special jails? They should go to the state fucking jails and the federal jails as everybody else. Hell,
Right. So if
I
you
even
being a
heard
criminal,
one thing. They said all the police officers need to have 4 years of college experience, at least have human contact with people for at least 4 years before they join the force, just so they have a little bit of, you know, you've been around blacks, you was in the dorm with blacks,
so they can get some diversity in their life, man, and then maybe they'll. I mean, maybe because what it is, and it's funny that you say that because that's so right on point. Because you grow up and you around all these races and white folks, you know what I'm saying? They getting trained too by their parents and everybody else. You go up around these races, but then if you have the opportunity to be a little bit more diverse and be around some different type of folk, man, maybe you'll look at things differently. Maybe you'll view a motherfucker as a human.
You wouldn't ride with that Confederate flag on the back of your truck at school, knowing somebody gonna whoop your ass when you step out your truck.
Exactly, that's true, bro. 100%, 100%, 100%, man. Crazy.
I mean, I could just imagine. That's a nightmare that Jacob Blake went through, bro. That's a fucking nightmare. That's a motherfucking nightmare, bro.
And don't get it twisted, nigga. I still believe with all my heart, nigga. Sure. When the motherfuckers say stop, don't move, nigga, don't move, dog. I believe that with all my heart. Because you behind enemy lines, bro. And there's no telling what they gonna do.
Bell,
but at the same
the dude Bell that was getting married. Remember the dude Bell that was getting married out of New York, and they shot him like 50 times. Hell, he complied.
But at the same time, he did. Yeah, I remember that. He did comply.
So at the end of the day, it really don't matter. You can do anything that you can possibly think of, and these bitches gonna still shoot your bitch ass if they don't like black folk. Straight up.
But I ain't gonna never put myself in a position when I'm behind enemy lines, because I keep talking about this shit like it's warfare, because that's really, you said, you alluded to that earlier, that's really what it is. When I'm behind enemy lines, though, meaning that I don't have, well, in this particular situation, behind enemy lines is this. This is how I see it. You with your kids, bro, you with your family, right? And you don't have no guns on you at this particular moment in time. You don't have any way to defend yourself. And if you try to defend yourself, you risk your children that are in your car. So in my mind, the way I see it is, all right, they got me. It don't matter if they blow my brains out and I complied. When my kids is right there, I'm complying, bro. That's what I'm talking about. So now, does that mean that he don't deserve justice? Hell no. I'm just saying that as black people, though, you got to realize You got to be smart, and you got to make sure when you get caught up behind enemy lines, you behind enemy lines. You got to make sure that if you're gonna be doing some shit that's gonna go against what they talking about, you need to be ready to go to die about that shit. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Well, shit,
if you're not listening,
shit, he was finna, man. To be
that
honest,
man's
bro.
face.
To be honest, bro, we only seen the video camera. So a cop done told me that he'll shoot me in front of my kids. A cop done told me he'll take my wife to jail with me if my kids went in the car. But you don't know what the hell that nigga told that nigga, man. He probably told the nigga, I'll shoot you in front of your kids.
They said they was wrestling behind that car before he stood up.
Bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't know what that motherfucker told him, bro. And he probably was trying to get the fuck away from the car so the bullets wouldn't hit the kids. I mean, I don't know, bro. But I mean, because of the fear inside a black man's heart. And see, this is another thing. Like, what people don't really understand is these cities that these murders are happening in, they are very, very
black.
I mean, no, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say that they are predominantly black. It's just those police officers in those cities are extremely fucked up, and they've been harassing those people in those cities
for years.
In a lot of those situations, it's not a predominantly black city, but I don't know actually if a nigga's from that part of town.
Well, that's why we was talking about.
I haven't done no research on that yet.
That's why we was talking about voting locally, for the simple fact you got a cop that's harassing you. And you report his ass. You want to be able to report his ass to somebody that can do something. You don't want to report his ass to his own uncle.
No, because they throw that shit in the trash.
Come on,
you go. If you ain't got no lawyer,
it happened to me.
If you ain't got no lawyer and you go make a foul on an officer, they gonna throw that shit in the trash.
Motherfucker say, "Oh, you suing? Oh, okay. Wait, now you can't see no body footage." That's what
like if you go to jail and nobody's calling for you. Like if you go to jail, right? And nobody's calling, nobody's wondering where you at. Nobody got a bail bond looking for you. Now they'll fucking lose you in that hole. They won't even care about you, dog.
Hell no,
they won't. Give your ass a court date. Give your ass a court date next year, nigga. You could be sitting.
I know that for a fact, cause I got lost in whack ass loose Derrick for a couple of days, and I was already bonded out.
I'm just saying.
Like I was out.
See, but that's the same thing as what Flame was talking about. If you file, give it to his uncle or file one of his brothers. You can't use the same system that's murdering you to defeat the same system. They can say what they want to say about we need to get all those people out of the police department. How can you do that when it's already a KKK department and it was created that way, just like prisons? How the fuck you gonna change it if it was created on the plantation basis?
You have to start from a local point. And who's to say that shit ain't rigged?
Engineering, basically. So it's Moses, and Yahweh say, let my people go. When Yahweh say, let my people go, you know what I'm talking about? He hardened Pharaoh's heart.
He hardened Pharaoh's heart.
It's going black people are gonna click and we're gonna fucking take over. And this is what's gonna have to happen. If not, they're gonna fucking extinct us. So what choice are we gonna have left?
Well, according to the scriptures, Jacob's descendants were like the stars. So it's impossible to distinct us, but at the same time, you damn sure can break us down as you've been doing.
Yeah, at this rate to where right now is the worst.
We killing ourselves right now. We killing ourselves and goddamn being killed.
Yeah,
and we still here.
It's double. And we still here. But what I'm saying, like, listen to this though. For a police officer to shoot somebody right now, right? Even when George Floyd got murdered, for a cop to do it then, at this climax, at this point of time, to do something like that, bro, is very demonic and devilish, dog.
It's privilege.
And it makes no better. It makes it no better, like you said, though. We killing ourselves, and you got rappers that's praying to the devils in their verses and riding around with guns, talking about devil this and devil that, my nigga. So it's kind of like people are really starting to take on. You remember how the Bible say we're gonna start seeing the faces in Revelations? You're gonna start seeing them, evil faces in real life and shit. I think we already been seeing them. Like,
they got a motherfucking badge on.
Exactly.
You made a good point, bro. Cause for you to just go ahead and shoot that man in the back with all the shit that's going on right now, bro, you got to be an evil motherfucker because you didn't even think twice about it.
You didn't think twice about it, and then you know what was crazy?
Okay,
they got 4 niggas running around the car. They got 4 cops chasing this nigga, and he's not. Dog, they got 4 cops chasing him with guns out, and the other cop can easily pull the taser out, hit this nigga in the back, he gonna fall. This nigga shot this nigga, and not only that,
7
he paralyzed him. He paralyzed him.
He tried to kill him, E. He thought he killed him.
Yahweh didn't let that happen because it's time for a witness to be here for these niggas to get persecuted. It's time for a change, bro. Like that nigga sister said, she said, I'm not sad. She said, I'm not hurt. I'm fucking mad. I'm angry because this just didn't happen to my brother. Sandra Bland was my sister. Such and such. Or George Floyd, all these lines of things is going on. Like, even LeBron James was like, man, fuck playing these sports for these white folks, man.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Fuck these white folks and my contract. This is some hoe shit. Nigga, Doc Rivers, he was crying on TV, dog.
And his pop was a cop.
This nigga was crying like this is because you gotta think they seen Doc Rivers at the time they was playing sports and for the Spurs and Magic Johnson and all these niggas. It was more racist shit going on in the world for real. We just didn't have video camera. It was bad. It was shit that we couldn't.
That's just like when you was telling me about Master P's documentary when he was out there in Louisiana trying to be a part of that country club.
That shit was shocking, bro. I gotta watch that whole documentary. Nigga, they were burning crosses. The white folks in the country club were burning crosses across these niggas tonight.
Having the cops watch them every time they
with the cops and the feds.
But that's Louisiana, and that's sad to say that. Oh, but that's Texas, but that's Louisiana, but that's Georgia.
That's what we say. That's what we always say.
We always say, and
but
it's every goddamn state in America. Niggas don't know that the Klan was big as fucking Colorado. Niggas don't even know the Klan was big as fuck out there. Look at their motherfucking mayor. Check their mayor out.
What's really fucked up is this, bro. They lied about a lot of shit. So when you think about the whole slavery thing on boats and shit, nigga, it was Africans already over here, dog, with the Indians, bro, mating with the Indians to make the mixed breeds, bro. It was lots of Africans over here. They didn't just slaughter Indians. They killed Africans over here, dog. They lied about everything, bro, to make it seem like they was inferior to first, nigga. We're everywhere. We're in every fucking continent.
Look at it this way.
That ain't because of no slave ships, nigga. There ain't no boat ships to make niggas born over there.
When they had all of us out there cultivating the land, you couldn't just, they didn't know how to cultivate the land. They had to have somebody of the land to cultivate it.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know, bro. Even Cinco de Mayo, dog. The celebration with the shit that they celebrate got something to do with them. The Mexicans getting helped by them Moroccan niggas that came and fought that war for them. That was niggas, dog. Them was niggas that came and helped the Mexicans, dog. That's why motherfuckers who really know what Cinco de Mayo is. They don't like that shit because they know, dog. Them statues and shit.
But see, that's just
they look like niggas,
that's not the people in the real countries. In the real countries, they don't treat black people like that because it's black people over there in the barrios who just watch the episode. It's all black people.
They do it a different way.
Or whatever.
They do it tribal. It's tribal. So if you're a part of the
Igbo they do a tribe, you lower.
Somebody's a part of a Uganda tribe, and Uganda people is trying to get in the Igbo area. Nah, you Uganda. So it works like that in other places.
Your color too. You too bright.
Well, your colors out here.
Dark.
Your color out here, but your family heritage and your tribe, that's how they be racist everywhere else.
Yep. Even Jamaicans
since your papa was a farmer, you can't look. Since your papa was a farmer, you can't have growth and make business money, huh? Boy, that shit. And my wife just showed me some. Jacob Blake was handcuffed to his hospital bed.
I can believe it.
After they shot this nigga 7 times.
I can believe it. That's how they do it. They usually shoot us and then handcuff us.
That's a shame.
But they get away with some water.
Which
is the next subject, ain't it?
That's the next subject. Kyle Rittenhouse. Kills 2, shot 3, and walked past the cops as it's all good, even though he was 17 and illegal to carry a firearm. Now,
and carried the illegal firearm across state lines. That's a whole separate other felony.
Oh man.
Yeah, they didn't hit him with that one. And then they hit him with the attempt to homicide. How's that attempt to homicide and he killed 2 niggas?
Well, he killed 2 people, and then
But
the third
but
person he shot in the elbow. That was the attempt.
But do you see the crime he was charged with? He wasn't charged with murder in the first degree. You know that is murder in the first degree is when you sit there and
I don't know which one.
and you
That shit was
conspire on it.
premeditated. That shit was premeditated.
Yeah, premeditated. That's first degree. They charge his
He
ass
came
with
there
intent.
with loaded rifle. That's premeditated.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be murder one, but they charged him
they
with
might
some
not
other
have
shit.
charged him with that though.
Nah,
Yeah, they might not have
but
charged
did you
him
see
with
the video? The niggas that he shot was actually trying to do the police job and take his gun away, bro. And he shot 2 people, bro, because they tried to they jumped on him and tried to get him. And when they was on top trying to take the gun, he shot one of the niggas, and then the other nigga trying to take the gun from him, and then he shot the other nigga.
Yeah, but what happened was he shot the first dude in the head. Then they cut the cameras on, and then that's when they was like hitting on him and shit, trying to pull it out. And he shot one of them in the chest and one of them in the arm.
Yeah,
and
I
the
saw
one
a
he
whole
shot
video where he was
chest,
walking first and shot the nigga in the head, and then they ran and tried to get his gun away.
See, there may be a way for him to get out of it. I don't know exactly how they're gonna do it, but I tell you what,
They gonna hide him.
Self-defense.
They gonna
Even though he's illegally carried.
But
they're gonna be self-defense. They're gonna be self-defense. He gonna go to jail, but they're gonna do the thing they've been doing. See, you can't track a nigga when you're in jail. You ain't gonna disappear. You can't track nobody inside of jail because there's not allowed cameras in there by law. You can't have cameras inside of jail unless they allow you in certain areas. Period. So you'll never be able to know where he's at, bro.
Well, he's not gonna have camera. He
well,
gonna
the thing
be
about it is, though, I'm
solitary.
gonna tell you what I feel like should heavily work against him. Don't forget, after he shot a couple of niggas, he just busted some rounds in the crowd for no reason too. See, that shit gonna work against him. Remember, he stopped and just turned around
30
for no
people.
reason.
It said 30 people. Look, it said 30 people was injured, but they're not trying to say by who. So it probably was him too. He probably
the cops. It looked like the cops are helping him out.
Yeah, they were. He probably was on the cop side. He part of Trump's federal agency. He's really his KKK. KKK, bro. It's KKK. And then which guy said the really shit? Trevor Noah. He said, we finna stop calling this shit militia. We're gonna call it what it is. It's gangs, my nigga. It's another motherfucking gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, gang violence.
Fuck calling the militia, nigga. You can call armies militias. Nah, nigga, this is not no army, nigga. This is an organized criminal gang, the KKK, bro.
Gang, nigga. Gang.
The gang.
Yeah.
Where we got it from.
So
look, when the mobsters came through Harlem, ravaging that shit, slapping niggas around, niggas had to goddamn me, niggas say fuck that shit.
I mean, hold on. They wasn't just them Italians and shit. They wasn't just slapping niggas around. They was slapping. Man, do you know that they the ones that was really? It wasn't no Blue Lives Matter back then because them Italians killed more police.
They were cutting them cops' throats.
Man, they were chopping them cops down, dog.
That's why everybody was scared because they motherfuckers killing them cops. Them cops pull up. Them niggas will shoot rounds at all them goddamn police. Then go to the captains or whoever head of the cop office. Then go to their house, tie their family up. So when them niggas get done working on that case that just happened, and they go home, they family tied up, dog. Or they get a message saying, "Look, we got your family, nigga." Yeah,
exactly, bro.
Just like I was watching that shit in Mexico, them cartels out there, nigga. Them niggas beheading niggas and leaving vials on the streets, nigga. Oh, yeah. This shit is a cutthroat ass game, and it's like the niggas that out there that run that coke, and get it from the farmers. The farmers pull the coca leaves and sell it to the niggas that make the shit, right? So the farmers don't make shit. They probably sell nigga damn near 2, 3, 5, 20 pounds of coca leaves for $60 American. And then the nigga that makes the coke, right, and runs it, he only make like $150, $200 of American dollars. Even though that lasts longer in his country, in Peru, or wherever the fuck. But then when it gets to America, that's when them taxes start happening. The smugglers make the most money because they got to get it over. I didn't really know that part of the game. That shit deep as fuck.
Yeah, but then who the person that makes the most money is the government because they letting that shit come in.
Yeah, about a boatload.
Getting locked up.
Nigga, do you know the ports, how it is over in Houston and shit, right? And in Boston and all that? And they got guards, security, dogs, and all that checkpoints, right? These niggas was in Peru at a port. It wasn't no police. It wasn't even nobody working at that hoe. So you know the cartel on that motherfucker. Just to show you how the laws are, nigga. When you pass the city, the laws can't even go in the barrio. The police can't even go. Police can't even go in that motherfucker. That's how deep it is. Only the government special forces gotta go in that.
I mean, this shit set up like it was like the goddamn country was set up.
Yeah, I told my wife, you don't think the army? We all in Iraq, right? We all in Africa in the damn jungles and trees, right?
We ain't nowhere.
America. You don't think America can go flood them damn trees and get all the cartel niggas and men could have did it?
Yeah.
Niggas, they are literally in the jungle, ravishing shit. But when you got something next door, and the reason why, 95% of all the fucking drugs that come in America, it's like 95 or 88% around there, right? Come through the Mexico borderline. That's why. That's why these niggas letting that shit go and won't make Mexico part of USA, because it's corrupt, it's going, and it's allowed. But you niggas are letting your own inner cities turn into war zones, bro. And this shit is like, I don't know, man. This shit to me is looking like Trump's trying to start a war to do martial law out.
Well,
I mean, we can't even be scared of martial law.
It's crazy because it could be true. I can't really tell. I can't really tell, bro.
I can't be scared of martial law no more because it's.
I ain't scared of martial law. I don't give.
It's already done happened.
And we talked about that last time we had the podcast, and I was trying to see my thought process. It's still the same though, bro. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. If they trying to start a race war, bro, they doing it the wrong way. You don't kill innocent black people because nobody cares. You kill other races, innocent white people, bro. That starts a race war. Because don't nobody care that we die. And that's clear, bro. That's clear as day. Nobody cares that we die. Now, if cops is if they want to start a race war, they can get some black cops to go around and kill some white folks. That'll start a race war. That will start it. Because the white folks, they're not going to protest peacefully in the streets. They're going to do exactly what it is Trump said they was going to do. What Trump say? The motherfuckers is acting an ass in Wisconsin. He don't give a fuck what happened, when it happened, or how it happened. He finna to go right down there and send the troops in. See, we protest peacefully because everybody have got us programmed that peace is the way that you beat oppression. But that's never throughout history, though. Nobody has ever, not even in the Bible. In the Bible, whenever the good Lord, like y'all said, let my people go, and the people didn't get let go, well, there was some consequences for Pharaoh and them to pay for that, bro. They got washed off in that sea, dog. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there is no way, and I mean, even the good Lord, bro, spare the rod, spoil the child. There is no way on earth to keep the peace without violence, bro. So they just keep feeding us. Oh, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. Meanwhile, as soon as America feel like it's been trespassed, they drop bombs on motherfuckers. They kill motherfuckers instantly. And you get older and you realize that's the game. The game is keep
Take
everybody
your guns
else.
while I keep my guns, nigga.
That's it, bro. Bingo.
The game is, hey, what we gonna do is we gonna fist fight, put our guns down, then you pull your gun and kill a nigga. I mean, this is how motherfuckers do shit.
That's the game.
Motherfuckers say, oh yeah,
100%.
we're gonna put all our nuclears in the ocean. Okay, that means they got 100 more you didn't know.
Yeah. That's just like when they said they wanted to stop chemical warfare, and then bam, we're gonna stop chemical warfare, but we got all these damn diseases.
Biological. So we just transferred it to biological warfare.
And now these niggas pushing hurricanes on niggas, black people coast and shit. You know,
with the heart machine.
Heart, yeah.
They done found the trumpet. They done found the earthquake trumpet a long time ago.
And my mama, man, shit. I love my mama to death. I be trying to talk to my mama, and I be saying to myself, well, mama, the only thing I don't get is it doesn't matter where we at on the globe. For some reason, black people is the ones that everybody trying to hold down. I ain't talking about no matter what religion you
We don't even know. We don't have nothing, bro, like that, bro, to hold down, bro. We don't. If you got to think, if the mindset was there, we took over already because we have all the power and money as a black hole, and we don't know it because when we look at our bills and we look at our surroundings, we don't have it. But it's a black hole. It's a whole number. It's a whole one, and supporting our own black communities, our own black owned companies, housing markets, construction companies. We can take over in 1 year. But it's just the corruptness of the social engineering, like Flame said, that got us hating each other's guts, nigga. Like a black nigga seeing
Man,
another black nigga pull up,
they got us,
you
and
hate his
then,
guts.
and here's the crazy part. By the time you realize what's really going on, you done did so much bullshit. By the time you are age, you in your late 30s, you 35,
You got
you
beat
start to
everywhere you
realize.
can.
I mean, you realize how much time that you wasted when you was in your 20s. Like, let me just speak for myself. I realized what I know now. If I knew in my 20s, I'd have went a totally different direction, and it'll probably went smooth. But I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. I thought there was only a couple of ways, bro, which is what most people think. It's only a couple of ways: entertainment, drugs, or cooning. You think that's the only way, man? But that ain't the only way, though. But by the time you realize that that's not the only way, it's a little bit too late.
Just go over there.
Man.
You got to go out here and get some education, bro.
Right there.
That just really comes. It comes down to where you need to go to school, bro. Whether you get trades, businesses, certificates,
True.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna say I would agree with a trade. I would agree with a trade more than anything, because the more we get electricians, we get plumbers.
Well, yeah, it depends on if you want to be in that sun.
I'm gonna even say being
go corporate world.
I'm even saying being a doctor.
I can agree with that, because I've been turning tools in the sun for 14 years, and boy, lately I'd be like, damn, boy, I wish I'd have been an insurance advisor.
If you see them niggas dressed in suits with nice cologne on, with no back problems,
but I'm
no
gonna
back
tell you
aches.
something, but I'm gonna tell you something, G Smooth. It's the same game, though.
Yeah.
If you are not the boss of whatever it is that you are a expert at, then it's gonna be like that. I don't give a damn if you a motherfucking judge got more pull than an attorney. You go to school, you be a law attorney. If you ain't doing it right, or it just ain't gonna work for you, or you go to school and get whatever trade you get.
You said the main
thing.
Bro. You said the main thing, being a boss. Hell, I'm a master at my field, but shit, all that means I gotta really make sure I do the work right and make sure everybody around me do the work right, where it's more stress.
Right, and
well, I feel like if you can if you have your passion to do whatever you do, and you working for somebody and they're paying you good, and you're making a decent amount of money to where you can pay your bills with one check, then guess what? You Gucci, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gucci, but if not,
you Gucci, but you working in a 140-degree attic, and now you ain't got no spit 3 hours after you working.
Well, no, that's cool, but I'm saying far as financially, cool. I'm not talking about all around. I'm talking about financially. If you can pay your bills with one check out here, you're good, bro. And what I mean by that is financial. I'm not talking about
you're supposed to set your bills up like that.
Well, I'm just saying, if you can pay your bills in one check, bro, that's all I'm saying. But if you look at I'm not looking at the stress capacity. I'm not looking at the physical body, because even if you're working in an office, you got to deal with this old fuck-ass white boy treating you like shit all day for this money. So it's or somebody that's younger than you or somebody don't know shit treating you like shit, nepotism. So regardless of what field you in, to me, it's all about the money. Don't come overnight. You got to work to get it. But when you go to college, bro, and you go in there and you go to a trade school and you get your license, you can certify yourself to have a future. It might not be your dream future, but it can be a future that's productive, and you can build your dream from productivity, because nothing can come with no money being made.
Everybody needs to build their future. That's a damn show.
Yeah, you got to, but you got to have something to build.
You can't be wasting, like A City said, you can't be wasting your time when you're in your 20s and shit. That's the time to really be on your shit.
That's the time you really got to be thinking more than working. I was working all through my 20s and always doing hard jobs, working, coming home at 9 o'clock at night, leaving at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, shit like that. And I was mad spending, wasn't mad thinking of saving, wasn't thinking of investing. So
nobody had no money to invest, bro. They wasn't paying us enough money to invest.
No, they wouldn't. They wasn't at all. But I wasn't trying to save
enough money to pay our little bills and bring our ass back to work Monday morning. Come right back in there and clock in. Boy, nigga, nigga check was $350. Nigga check said $350 or $400, maybe $5 if you had OT. You like, God damn.
But that's not the problem. The problem is, it's not that, bro. The problem is it's the family structure, and then it's what you do. It's what you do in your 20s that you fuck your money up. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I had my first child when I was 19, which ain't too bad. But I mean, so I had to already start. I'm already losing money right there because I got a kid. Now, Niggas who don't care don't lose no money. But the niggas that care, they lost money
I
already. You
had
see
my
what I'm saying?
first one
So
when I was 23, so
right.
Well,
So
I don't say you lose money, but I say you lose your own choices.
well, I mean, at
yeah,
the end of the day,
yeah.
Because
bro,
you ain't
I
gonna
heard
lose no money by
You ain't
having your
losing money,
kid,
but yeah, you
but
losing
you
and go
lose your
chill in the
choices.
club all night
Go
and
chill in the
shit.
club, or you go
well
buy you some
nah.
Jordans, or go buy you a fresh outfit. Yeah, that's out the window.
And not even that, bro. Your priorities just change up,
Yeah,
bro. Like
true, true.
when your
That kind of
priorities
saved. That
change.
kind of saved a couple niggas too.
I mean, I was gonna say I feel like it kind of
It
helped me, but
saved
yeah,
me. It
it do.
saved me.
Yeah, yeah, saved my
100%, boy.
ass.
100%.
But at the end of the day,
I
bro,
brought home family
if
home.
if you if you do everything right and you motherfucking and don't get caught up in the entertainment hype and you don't be running around here displacing your semen and everybody that you come across with, you ain't got shit to worry about because by the time your brain clicks and you know exactly what it is that you want to do and the avenues that you got to take to get there, then at that point you're ready. And then you have kids after that. That's what I'm saying, bro. What I'm
Just feel
saying
like
is,
you gotta
That's
act
good in
on.
the perfect world. That's good in the
I,
perfect world. But
I feel
nothing,
I
like you
mean,
gotta act.
it
nothing
ain't
works
even
to
about good
plan.
and perfect world. It's
I'm
like,
saying nothing has ever worked to plan. You can plan right now.
A
Yeah,
pretty
in the morning
picnic.
I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna brush my teeth. I'm gonna put on me some clothes, and I'm gonna go to work. But you didn't plan on having a flat tire driving down the goddamn road. Now you late for
right.
work.
But you got to ask yourself how many questions. And I'm glad you made that as an example, bro. Because I'm gonna say this: I can think of the times that I had a flat tire, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, 100%. The times that I done had a flat tire, I've had an indication that I needed to get that shit taken care of, and I didn't. So at the end of the day, it wasn't a surprise. So you got to ask yourself how many times you actually had a flat tire and you was on a good tire, nigga. I know for me, it's been never. I can't speak for everybody.
Well, I've had, but the majority of the time you gonna know because you gonna look at your tires and
Boom.
be like, God
That's what I'm
damn, I
trying
need
to
some
say, bro.
tires.
So
You gonna
at
be
the
like,
end of
damn,
the
I need a
day,
new
bro.
tire. And that right there, open the blow. Fuck, I'm putting some air in
Yeah,
that
and
hole. Bam, that's spend
that's
that
it right
night.
there, bro.
Bam. Or you have the money that day. Your ass spend that money and say, I'm gonna get my tire next week, and that motherfucker go flat tomorrow. Your
Come
ass
on,
Basically,
bro.
you spend that
basically,
money.
what I was just saying though is we can plan out things in life. Like me, when I planned out to get my contractor's license, I studied my ass off. I thought I was gonna take it just one time. Nope, I took this shit 5 times, the
But
sixth
I
time.
mean, but that's okay though,
That's
bro.
because
There's
that was
nothing.
Gary. I watch you study for the fucking test. They failed you.
G Smooth.
I
They
But
know,
that's
failed
okay,
you,
bro.
bro.
I know.
They failed you. They was fucking with you, dog. I'm telling you. You study too hard
I
for that
mean,
shit
but
to
it doesn't
fucking
even.
fail that shit.
But it doesn't matter though. You gotta
It
look
does
at the
matter
end
because
result.
when that nigga
Well,
took
no,
his
it
test,
doesn't matter,
when he
bro.
took his test, he
Because
was
the
the
end
youngest
result
black
was,
man. He was the youngest
but
black
the
man
end
in the state
result,
of Texas with his license. So just think if he would
but
have
the
passed it the
end
first time.
result was though,
He got it.
whatever it is, whether or not he failed because he wouldn't take care of his business or somebody was hating on him, he kept doing it and he got what he tried to get, bro.
Yeah,
So
that's
at
what I
the
was
end
saying.
of
You
the
can't give
day,
up on your dreams. You gotta put everything you
at
got
the
on
end of
your
the
dream.
day, bro, it's balance to everything, bro. And
Well,
don't get it twisted. We starting at the bottom now. We here like Drake, bro. Don't get it twisted. Black people got it harder, bro. Black women, black men got it harder. But we
so
can't get there, bro.
so the final topic of this episode is the solution. What could be a solution to a lot of bullshit, bro, that's going on? Us being unlawfully shot, white boys unlawfully shooting and getting to go home and have a good night rest, and just us just going through all this fucking turmoil. One thing I was saying is voting locally, and even though there's a discrepancy with that, but the mayor, the main judge, the police chief, all that shit, put the right people in place. Therefore, you know,
They
try
need to
to have
stop.
some kind of a justice for the people. That or defunding the police departments. I say instead of defunding them, we should change some of their motherfucking laws. There shouldn't be no such thing as administrative leave and shit like that. And should we start black banks? Because at the end of the day, banks is what fund a lot of this fuck shit that's going on. A lot of the
And
vehicles,
the money
sales,
structure period.
Well, we have black banks out there, but the thing about black banks is not
but they don't
enough.
have control like these other banks.
No, hell, now they have control because they don't have control of what the dividend is actually worth.
Well, if you have a
The
black bank,
Fed
you
got
should be
control of
able to
that.
offer insurance. life insurance,
Yeah, but
vehicle insurance, home
it,
insurance.
it's like you say when you was bidding for them contracts for the, you know what I'm saying? You remember? And nepotism on the contracts.
Yeah, that's
It's
why.
almost the same thing, bro. So what I think we should do as black people is what Akon did, bro. We need to, like you said, well, what was that you said, West Texas or some shit? I wouldn't go that far because there's too many white KKK laws. But what I would do is find somewhere in Dallas there's nothing at, bro, and buy that whole motherfucker and build your own cities, fucking lofts, fucking restaurants, all fucking African, Nigerian, all cultures of black history. That's what we should do. Schools, everything, and that's what I wanted us to do if we would have ever blew up in the music when we was doing it. I had a dream of just changing all type of shit because that's the problem, bro. The problem is the only radios that's on the main outlet, right, are playing the same shit. The only TV shows that's on the outlets are playing the same shit. That's what it's always been. The only restaurants that's able to make enough money through working hard to get out there is out there. The only black people that make it or
Milkshake.
people that play sports, they all should be in the NBA. 2-3, bro. He trying to start a movement, and not no rapper, none of these Jay-Z's are backing this nigga up, dog. But you over there backing up the NBA, and then you get mad at Drake for not coming to fuck with you. Go fuck with Apple. It's the same shit. So you don't want to fuck with the Ice Kill, but you go. But I ain't gonna say I don't know. Jay-Z could have put money in there. And I said that. I don't know. But I'm just saying, nigga. The power of us,
I'm glad you said that shit, man.
The Jay-Z's,
with everything
the
going on,
cents.
nah, nigga, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, bro.
Boy,
with rap being, don't get it twisted. I love rap. I'm a destructive rapper my goddamn self. I ain't shit. But what I'm saying is,
me too.
But hold on. All the shit that's going on, bro, it is amazing how silent that young rap niggas and old rap niggas be, bro. They are silent, dog. They don't be saying shit, dog.
Because they want to
crazy.
Shit. And that's
but here's what I was gonna say.
About nigga don't want to get banned off Instagram. Only way they making money, they ain't making no show money right now.
But did you see
my
part?
Did you see my part?
Boosie begging Mark Zuckerberg for?
They banned him because he kept on putting that fans only or the only fans shit out.
Right, but did you see? But I thought that was very, man. I'm telling you, I'm a Boosie fan in my heart.
You can't put porn on your shit.
Man, but why in the hell was he? Boosie is a made man. That man looked like he was damn near begging Zuckerberg, man, to get that shit back, man. That is something.
It looked good. Everything looked good till you see what's behind the curtain.
Man, tell you, man, that man when I seen that shit on the Mark, we need to talk, man. We need to talk.
You know
I kept saying to myself, you Boosie, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
Boy, you better have $10 million for 5 minutes of Mark Zuckerberg's time, dog.
Boy, all I kept saying to myself was,
and he's gonna take your $10 million, and he's gonna take your.
And then, I'm gonna tell you,
I'm gonna say what you want.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something else that blew my mind, bro. Whenever they ask, and my son said,
"Don't sit his assistant in there."
Man, that nigga said, my son said that shit. Boosie say, I'm not talking about Meg the Stallion. I ain't talking about what's the young nigga name that did that shit? I'm not talking. I'm down with both of them. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about that shit. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm trying to get my bag.
You know they got good lawyers.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'm a Boosie fan in my heart, but all the times that he done went hard on niggas for shit that he felt like that was wrong and not right. What I learned about Boosie between that Mark Zuckerberg and that shit that he said he was not gonna get in the middle of the mix, I realized that Boosie is really all about the bag, which is nothing wrong with that. But I always looked at
that what everybody from the South.
That's why they say
the whole South, white people and black people are all.
But you gotta realize, bro, I've always, as a fan of Boosie, I've always admired him as being a revolutionary, man, and he had two opportunities to step up, and what I saw was a nigga begging a white boy, and then what I also saw was a nigga that didn't want to call out the shit that was going on with Megan and the young nigga, man.
Look,
And I
look,
mean,
man.
I don't know the whole situation.
Well, he came
And I
back
know
and that nigga said, man, I'll take care of y'all. I have goons around me. He came back and said something good about it. He
Here we
said,
go.
I mean,
he said, no, ain't no
I
whole
feel that,
niggas
bro.
gonna
But
do
at
that
the
shit
end
out
of,
here.
We got a little time
but
left. We got a little time left. I wanted to ask this question real quick. It's really a little quick story. One piglet made a house of straw. The other piglet made a house of wood. What did the third piglet make his house out of?
What?
Pork giblets.
what
Hey, my
piggy was
nigga.
that?
Hey,
was
my
the third
nigga.
piggy.
Hey, my nigga, you built like a fucking horseman. What do they call them horsemen in the old mythological days? They see what they call them niggas. Y'all know, girl. Hey, you told me all the time.